What's up guys, David here, and the iPhone 6 and the Galaxy S5 are obviously two of the most popular smartphones out right now. So in this two-part video series, we're going to be comparing the two, but we're not going to be doing your typical comparison, and instead, we're going to be doing it PhoneBuff style, where we do two videos looking at a bunch of reasons why each smartphone could be considered better than the other. So that way, after watching both videos, you'll get a much better idea as to which phone is actually the better smartphone for you. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Reason number 1. The iPhone 6, with its anodized aluminum body, curved edges, and sapphire crystal home button, has what most people would consider to be a much more premium look and feel to it than the more plasticky Galaxy S5. 2. In addition to the build quality, the iPhone 6 is also smaller, thinner, and lighter than the Galaxy S5, making it easier to hold in the hand. 3. While this advantage is becoming less and less of a selling point for iOS, the fact still remains that right now, the iPhone still has a better selection of apps, with more iOS first and iOS exclusive apps available than the Play Store does on the Galaxy S5. 4. Speaking of apps, like you'd expect, on the Galaxy S5 you can't get any of Apple's apps like Siri, iMessage, or FaceTime. But on the iPhone, not only do you get all of Apple's apps, you also get a good chunk of Google's with apps like Google Now, Hangouts, and more, all available for free on the App Store, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. Reason number 5. But there are some apps that you don't get on the iPhone 6, and those are those annoying and uninstallable preloaded carrier apps that plague some of the versions of the Galaxy S5. 6. Under the privacy settings of the iPhone 6, you can see what an app has access to on your phone, and if you don't feel comfortable with something the app has access to, you can just switch it off without having to delete the app completely like you would on the Galaxy S5. 7. On the iPhone 6, you can tap the notification bar while in any app to automatically scroll to the top, which can be especially useful for when the lists get really long. 8. The lightning port on the iPhone 6 is reversible, so you can plug it into charge in either direction, making connecting it at night when the lights are off so much easier on the iPhone 6 than it is on the Galaxy S5. 9. When you want to email a large video file on the Galaxy S5, you're met with this error message with no suggested solution, whereas on the iPhone 6, sending that same video file results in the iPhone automatically compressing the video and sending it seamlessly. Reason number 10. While both the iPhone 6 and the Galaxy S5 have fingerprint scanners, the one on the iPhone is compatible with more third-party apps and is also much more convenient to use as you don't have to swipe your finger across it, making things like unlocking your phone a lot quicker. 11. With guided access, you can lock the iPhone 6 on any app that you want, so you can hand your phone off to your kid and let them play with the phone without having to worry about them getting into anything else. 12. Unlike the Galaxy S5, when you connect a Bluetooth accessory to the iPhone 6, you get an icon in the notification bar indicating the battery level of the connected accessory. 13. Historically speaking, iPhones have had better resale values than the Galaxy S's, so in a year or two, there's a good chance that you'll get more money back for the iPhone 6 than you would for the Galaxy S5. 14. From pretty much anywhere you can copy and paste, on the iPhone 6 you have the option to have selected text read back to you out loud, ideal for long articles or when you can't look away from what you're currently doing. Reason number 15. Because the iPhone 6 gets its updates straight from Apple, you'll be updated to the latest version of iOS just about right after Apple releases it, whereas on the Galaxy S5, it could take anywhere between a few weeks to several months before you get an update after it's been released. 16. On the back of the iPhone 6, you'll find two LED lights that together give you better and more natural looking light when taking photos than the single LED found on the Galaxy S5. 17. Speaking of taking photos, the iPhone 6's burst shot is faster and lasts for much longer than the Galaxy S5's, all but guaranteeing you that you'll capture that Kodak moment. 18. But sometimes those Kodak moments are better off being captured in slow motion, and with the iPhone 6, not only do you get 720p 240 fps slow motion video, you also get audio to go along with that video, making reliving those moments even more epic. 19. Of course, in this day and age, the front cameras on our phones are becoming just as important as the rear cameras, and thankfully, the iPhone 6's FaceTime camera doesn't disappoint, offering better image quality than the Galaxy S5's, while also supporting burst shot to help ensure you get that perfect selfie. Reason number 20. As we saw in the PhoneBuff style speed test we conducted, the iPhone 6 with its custom A8 chip outperforms the Galaxy S5, giving you a smoother and more responsive experience overall. 21. The dedicated vibrate switch on the iPhone 6 lets you conveniently silence the phone without having to turn the screen on. The switch also acts as a visual indicator, so you can tell if the phone is silenced or not with a quick glance, which can help prevent those awkward situations where your phone rings when you don't want it to. 22. The iPhone 6's speaker offers both louder and better quality sound than the speaker found on the Galaxy S5, making listening to music and maybe more importantly watching videos a bit more enjoyable. 23. While the ability to make mobile payments via NFC is something that now the iPhone 6 and Galaxy S5 can both do, with Apple Pay, the iPhone 6 also gives you the ability to shop online via apps of the browser and make payments with nothing more than your fingerprint. 24. The iPhone 6 supports up to 20 Lte Bands, doubling the LTE support found on the Galaxy S5 and making it a much better option for staying connected while traveling abroad. Alright, we're finally here. Reason number 25. With family sharing on the iPhone 6, you can share your purchases from iTunes, iBooks in the App Store with up to 6 people in your family without having to use the same accounts or passwords, offering a significant savings advantage that isn't available on the Galaxy S5. Alright, that about does it for the iPhone 6's version of this video, so if you haven't already, I'd also check out the Galaxy S5's version, which will be annotated somewhere here on the screen or linked for you down below in the description. Anyways, that's it for me in this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up to show your love, and as always, I'll see you guys in the very next episode.